Practical demonstration time today. We're going to run through how you would file dormant accounts for a company on Companies House. As part of that, we're going to run through why you'd have a dormant company, what are dormant accounts, who's responsible for filing them, when you need to file them, how much it costs, and whether you should get your accountant to do it or do it yourself. Welcome back to the Basics of Business channel, everybody, where we're trying to accelerate you through the basics of business and especially those startup and early stages. So, as I say, we're going to file some dormant accounts for one of my companies today. Let's get cracking and get logged on. Okay, Neil, so the first step is just to log on to Companies House web filing.
Yeah, so you'll have to set up an account. So if you haven't got an account, you can create an account here. But yeah, you're just going on to, so if you put in your search bar, file a confirmation statement or file dormant accounts, this will come up in your search and you can come on.
And we'll put all the relevant links here in the description below. As I say, these are easy to find, but you will need an account for web filing.
So this is Graham's account. So we're going to sign in. He gets emailed a
security code.
Two-factor authentication these days and everything. So we've received the code through on the email, and that then lets us log in. Graham has a number of companies that he set up, and we're going to file for this company here.
So just coming to, I mean, why you might have a dormant company. This one for me was a name save, and that's the sort of the main reason probably to have a dormant company.
Yeah, it's you've got an idea that you're going to start a business. You've thought of a name, and we've said before that there's intellectual property stuff, but most people would then go, "Oh, that's a great name for whatever it is, 50 quid." I can form a company, and I've got that company set up ready for when I develop the business idea and I develop the business.
I mean, it's important for it doesn't give you a rights to that name. That's a key thing. It's not intellectual property, but as in, it's a nice, it just feels better about having the name of the company matching your business and brand. So in terms of, it doesn't mean anything intellectual property wise, but it's still nice to have that sort of correlated.
And for some people, businesses, so if you've come up with a brand, Virgin. Virgin, I suspect Richard Branson owns Virgin Money, Virgin Finances, Virgin Banking Limited, Virgin. If you've come up with a brand, you might well form companies, not necessarily to ever use them, but just to make sure no one else can use. And in fact, Virgin is a registered trademark and all that sort of stuff. He has other ways to prevent you using the name Virgin in any business. But
before he got to that stage, you thought, "Oh, I might do this. I might do this later. Therefore, I'll just sort of signal intent that I'm going to."
And as I say, it just prevents anyone else from using that name. So that's why people would have dormant companies in it. And in this case, you've already, as we can see here, you've already filed accounts to July 22. We're about to file accounts to July 23. But the other reason you might have dormant company accounts is you form the company ready to trade and it's taken a year. So you now get your accounting reference date is automatically 12 months later on. We've got a short out there about why you might choose different accounting reference dates if people want to have a look at that. So, it might be that it is just 12 months and you've now got to file the first set of accounts. Nothing's happened. It's a dormant company. Or it might be you formed it ready. It's 6 months down the line. I'm now about to start trading. Actually, I'm going to file dormant accounts so that my first accounts are when I actually started and don't include 6 months of dormancy. Or you might choose to extend it to 18 months. And so the short explains why. Extend it to 18 months. So I've got 6 months of dormant, but I've got 12 months of trading. So there are different reasons why you could end up having to do this process that we're about to do.
But for this one, as in, there's not, even though it is dormant, you still what are dormant accounts, you still got to do a set of accounts in terms. They are
Yeah.
simple, as we'll show, but you still have to do.
Yeah, the directors have a legal obligation to file the accounts.
Yeah.
If they don't file the accounts, you will get fined by Companies House. You have to file them within 9 months of your accounting reference date. So in this case, we're doing July 23. We're filming this in April 24.
Yeah.
So we have got to file them this month. Otherwise, there will be fines.
Yeah.
And the late you get fined, I think it's £150.
Yeah.
When you're a
So
month
we're
late,
saving
and then
me
it goes up and up as you get later. And also, if anyone did a search on you as a company director, and you're you've got an attachment to a company that isn't filing its accounts on time, it's a red flag for some people.
Yeah. And in terms of so as in I'll highlight it there, manage the reminders, send up to your email, you'll get a reminder to do this. So I've had mine saying last chance, get it done. So we're doing it now, but that's a useful little thing just to do there.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're now going to file the accounts. It's very simple. So again, you can change the accounting reference date if you want. We're not bothered. There are 4 types of accounts that you file. So we're going to file dormant company accounts. So it comes up here and just says you can only use this if you've never traded. So where I said before, if you had been trading and now you've stopped, this very simple process wouldn't work. You can't do it if you're a subsidiary, and you can do it that the only transaction is that you've issued some shares. Then this very simple process works.
And this is a bit of we're talking about how much it costs. It costs nothing.
Yeah.
And in terms of you wouldn't get your account to do this. You've never traded, you wouldn't get your account. You just do something like this and get it done. But if you have, then you should be paying for an accountant to get it done. Because you can't do it through this, but also it's best to get advice from it in that scenario.
Yeah. And as you're going to see in a moment, this is a very simple process. So here we have the year end is 31st July. So we've got to say, have we got money in the bank, or have we issued shares that haven't been paid for? And what you have got to remember is, what did you say last year? Sure. So I have got open here the dormant accounts from last year. So called up share capital not paid 100, and we've got 2 classes of share here.
And if you can't find this, or you haven't saved it at the time, just go to Companies House again. We'll put the link there just to show you how to do it easily. Just download it from Companies House and you'll get this there. With this, we've done this earlier, we've saved it anyway. But if you haven't got that, just go to the link in the description and grab it from there.
So we're going to go back to a thing here. So it's called up share not paid. So we've got 100 there, and it was 100 last time. So that's there. We've then got here, we had 50 ordinary A. They are £1 each, and that was 50.
And there's that select box there. If you're not typing it in, you can just you can grab it from there as well.
Yeah. Now they have got A ordinary there, so we can just put that if we wanted. Then we got to add a share class here, where we've got 50 they're £1 each, 50 last year it was the same. So that is now that's it. We've completed it. And then if we go back to look at last year's accounts, it's 50A ordinary, 50B. So we're just double checking that what we've got here is the same. It is. So everything's fine. So we now have, we said it's the director's responsibility to file this. So you're just saying the members have said we don't need to have an audit. So although the small companies are exempt from an audit, if more than 90% of the shareholders want one, you have to have one anyway. The directors acknowledge that it's their responsibility to prepare the accounts, and these accounts, are for the small companies regime, which is us. We don't tick this one because the company has not acted as an agent somewhat. So we can now pick Graham's details and validate and continue. And then it comes up Oh, there's an error. Please correct the error. The statement year-end date must be the same as the balance sheet date. Oh, why's that changed? So there you go.
So it's a handy thing, as in, but it's not a difficult, as we can see there.
Yeah.
That's what they look like.
So that's come up there. It's all done.
One of the things that sometimes I like to do here is print them. So I've got a copy. You don't have to do that because you will get a copy as soon as they're assumed. But if you want to print them at this point to grab them so you can prove what you've sent, you don't have to, but it's something some people like to do.
And then click continue. We're now going to submit, and Graham will get a confirmation that they've been filed. So that's where you get, so that's proof that it's all happened. Again, you can print this page if you felt the need to. But as I say, Graham will be receiving an email saying your accounts have been filed. So you don't really need to bother. And then
that's it.
Done.
And it tends to, and it comes back pretty quickly. So I mean, sometimes it can be within the hour, or even quicker from that perspective, because it's, as you can see, it's very simple. And I think that's just to re-emphasize that last thing too. It's not difficult.
No,
if you've got dormant accounts to do and you've never traded, just do them yourself. Don't pay an accountant to do. But if you have traded, go and speak to an accountant.
Yeah, because you might have things on the balance sheet that are not just cash or unpaid for shares.
Yeah.
This only works if that's all you've done. So the moment you've done anything else, even if you've then stopped and become dormant, there will be other things that you'll need to do. And on that basis, I would then pay, a couple £100 probably for an accountant to file them for you.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I hope that's been helpful. As I say, it's a very simple process. I hope that can let you do it if you need to do it. As ever, we wish you every success with your business journey. And if you like this video, just click on one of those boxes on the screen, and we'll hopefully see you in another one shortly.